Hello there, my zealots. This is Joshua coming at you today. Hey, how you doing? So I wanted to talk to you about something that's been bothering me. Okay, and as Christians, we have to remember that we are supposed to be separated from the world, and that is an incredibly hard endeavor to do, specifically in this modern age, in modern time. I'm going to read to you out of 1 Corinthians chapter 11. All right, now there's a whole bunch of versions here. Ironically, I'm going to read it out of the King James Version first, and then I'm going to read it out of a version that's a little bit easier to understand. Okay, but now I have written unto you not to keep company, if any man that is called a brother be a fornicator, or covetous, or an idolater, or a railer, or a drunkard, or an extortioner, with such a one no not eat. That's pretty hardcore. Okay, I'm going to read it in the New International Version. They're basically all the same. All the translations are basically the same. They just get easier to understand. So I just want to show you that it does say it in the King James Version that it's very similar. It's just they use words that we better understand in our modern English. But now I'm writing to you that you must not associate with anyone who claims to be a brother or sister, but is sexually immoral, greedy, or an idolater, or a slanderer, or a drunkard, or a swindler. Do not even eat with such people. Wow. Okay, so let's break this down. So, sexually immoral. What does it mean to be sexually immoral? That means to have no sexual self-control. Okay, if you are engaging in pornography, or if you are fornicating with random people, or you are committing adultery with another man's wife. Or you're homosexual, and you're dealing with engaging in homosexual activities. These are sexually immoral. Pedophilia or bestiality. These are all sexually immoral things. If you're greedy, if you're caring more about the physical things rather than the spiritual things. If you're an idolater, that means if you're focusing on like fiction, or you watch TV, or you're watching movies, or you're doing all these other things, or reading fiction books, or that's idolatry. This is the thing, that's idolatry. People don't get that because it takes I just want to escape. No, if it takes up your thinking, it is idolatry. If anything that keeps your focus off of God, that's idolatry. If you're dwelling on a lie, let me put it that way. If you're dwelling on a lie, you are committing idolatry. That's all it is. Or a slanderer. Don't be lying about people or saying mean things about people. If you are saying mean things about people, you should not be hanging out. If there are people that are saying mean things, you should not be hanging around them. Or a drunkard. Okay, if somebody is constantly intoxicated, avoid them. You can't be hanging around people that are intoxicated all the time. Or a swindler. Swindler, that means somebody that's trying to cheat or trying to manipulate or trying to, swindler is somebody that's just trying to coerce or manipulate, or, you know what I'm saying? Like they're trying to take advantage of people. Do not even eat with such people. That means you're not even supposed to go to their houses. Now, here's an interesting thing, because Jesus Christ was constantly going to he would go to the sinners' houses. Why would he go to the sinners' houses? He would eat with them. Why would he eat with them? If it says here, do not even eat with such people. The issue is that are they repentant? Jesus Christ went to forgive sin. He did not. If somebody is sinning, you cannot encourage that sin. If you encourage that sin, then basically you're enabling it, and you're enabling sin. But if we separate ourselves from that sin, and we say, no, I'm not going to allow this sin in my life, and I'm not going to allow anybody that does that sin in my life, that causes us a huge amount of separation. Now, I haven't even talked about the other side of this, because the other side of this is that if you are a Christian and you are having issues with these things, guess what? God is going to keep you away from Christian society. You're not going to be surrounded by Christians. You're going to be surrounded by the world. You're going to be surrounded. This is the thing. be surrounded by people that are focused on the same things you're focused on. You're going to draw to you what you focus on. And if you're focusing on sexual immorality, you're going to be surrounded by people that are sexually immoral. If you are greedy, you're going to surround yourself with people that are greedy. If you're an idolater, you're going to be surrounded by people that commit idolatry. I mean, it goes, if you're a slanderer, people that commit slander, you talk bad about people, or you're constantly berating people or gossiping about people. If you're a drunkard, you're going to attract people that are intoxicated, people that are either drinking all the time or doing drugs all the time. If you are, this is the thing, you want to be surrounded by Christians, you need to act like one. You need to act like one. And if you feel like, oh, you're all alone because I have no friends or I have no dude, there's a reason. There's a reason. So like in my situation, okay, I have no Christians. There's no Christian friends around me. Okay. Why is that? Because, well, if this is the thing, what I would do is I would want friends, and I would want people to hang out with me. So I would focus on things that people would like. And so I would focus on idolatry and try and get people to come to me, because I created my own role-playing game and people loved it, and people came to me because of my role-playing game. And I surrounded myself with these people, and I was always very frustrated that they didn't care about God. Well, I never gave them an opportunity to know God, because I was constantly picking my role-playing game over God. Like I would talk about my role-playing game instead of God with them. Okay, and it grew crazy hardcore. But the point is that if I would have put God first, those people that only cared about the game would have walked away. Those people that only care, like also when it comes to drinking and drugs. I don't do drugs. I quit smoking. Yay, I quit smoking. Okay, but the thing is that as we move forward, we draw to ourselves what we dwell on. And if you dwell on righteousness, you draw blessings to you. But if you're dwelling on negative things, you're going to draw these negative things to you. If you want a real and true and honest relationship, you need to focus on an honest and true and real relationship. You can't be focusing on this pornography, this mentality. Like I truly believe that romance novels and pornography are like evil. They're both equally evil in my eyes, because they're both unrealistic expectations of what they can expect from the other sex. Okay, women should be more. Women should not expect a man to be so feminized, and men should not expect women to be so masculinized. Okay, and basically men want women to be sexual deviants, and women want men to be I don't know, obsessed with them. I'm like, women want men that are obsessed with them. And that's not how it's supposed to be. We have to be focusing on what the word says in every aspect. And we know that we are not supposed to be around people that lead us away from God. And if we want to lead people to God, we can't allow that kind of perversion to pollute what we're trying to accomplish. Now, if there are people that come to you and actively repent of their sin and are like, listen, I want to walk away from that aspect of my life, and I want to walk towards you, then towards God, not me, but God, then you can then be that example of righteousness and then start building this environment of righteousness and upholding and uplifting each other so that you can walk forward in righteousness. It's a beautiful thing, but you have to walk out by faith first. And as you walk out by faith first, after you've taken away all the idolatry and all of the intoxication and all the sexual immorality and all the, any kind of greed and the lying and the backbiting and all that stuff, once you take all that away, then there's this environment that when you draw people in, they now see you and are encouraged by you. And if a person is repentant, then you can help build each other up so that you can walk away from your sins, and you can help each other overcome each other's sins. But if a person is not willing to overcome their sin or let go of their sin or whatever, then you have to let them go. You have to say, okay, well, when you're done sinning, come back and we'll revisit this. We'll start again. Anyway, I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. It's something that I think is really important as Christians that we have to focus on. We have to make sure that we are guiding our thoughts. Do not dwell on lies. Don't dwell on lies. Focus on the truth. Avoid intoxication. Say nice things about people. Be nice to people. Think good thoughts towards all people. Be gracious and kind and courteous, and don't be mean and vicious and vindictive. When you start acting that way, you draw those type of people to you, and there's no longer are you separated. Now, this is a problem though. As you start to morph into this more godly person, the people that knew you when you were less godly are going to have to make a choice. They can either change with you or they will split off from you. And Jesus Christ said, I would not come to bring peace, but to divide. And your enemy shall be of your own household. And 2 shall be against the 3, and 3 shall be against the 2. And if you met somebody when you were ungodly, chances are they want to stay that way. So anyway, I'm putting this out there, and I hope this blesses you. You guys have a great day. Click the dingy thingy, click share, subscribe, leave a comment. Saturdays, 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. We have the live stream. Be there, be square. You have a great day. Bye.